Picture this. You're floating in darkness, and suddenly a faint hum begins to resonate through metal walls. It's not your morning alarm back on Earth. It's the life support systems of SpaceX's Starship cycling fresh oxygen through a spacecraft traveling at 27,000 kilometers per hour. This isn't science fiction. Within a decade, 100 human beings will call this 50-meter steel cylinder home for the journey that changes our species forever. But what nobody talks about is what happens between launch and landing, the 4 months of human existence suspended between two worlds. The dream began with Windows. When Elon Musk first unveiled his Mars vision in 2016, early Starship concepts featured cathedral-like spaces with panoramic glass walls and over 1,000 cubic meters of pressurized volume. Reality proved more pragmatic. Today's Starship Block 2 squeezes 500 cubic meters from its steel frame, while the upcoming Block 3, stretching 69 meters skyward, promises to restore that original 1,000 cubic meter dream. Even with expanded space, dividing it among 100 passengers means each person claims roughly 10 cubic meters. Imagine living in a luxury walk-in closet for 120 days straight. British architect Paul King and other designers have reimagined vertical living across 8 distinct levels connected by a central elevator shaft. Level 1 houses the cargo bay and airlock systems, where EVA suits hang like dormant giants, waiting for their moment on Martian soil. The elevator system must function in zero gravity during transit, Earth gravity during loading, and Mars's 38% gravity at journey's end. Level 2 contains the unglamorous machinery of survival, water recyclers that transform every drop of human waste into drinking water, oxygen generators splitting H2O molecules, and carbon dioxide scrubbers chemically removing toxic gases. Here, the environmental control and life support system achieves 98% water recovery efficiency, surpassing even the International Space Station's impressive systems. Level 3 transforms necessity into dignity. Shower pods capture every floating droplet in microgravity, using air jets to push water toward drains. The space toilet, evolved from NASA's $23 million design, uses vacuum suction through a 5-inch diameter opening with thigh restraints ensuring proper positioning. Male astronauts use electric razors with built-in vacuums, preventing whiskers from contaminating air filters. Exercise equipment dominates half this floor. The Advanced Resistive Exercise Device provides 270 kilograms of resistance through vacuum cylinders, while the combined operational load-bearing external resistance treadmill, cheekily named Colbert after comedian Stephen Colbert, uses bungee harnesses to simulate running. Without Earth's gravity constantly stressing bones and muscles, astronauts lose 1% of bone mass monthly despite exercising 2.5 hours daily. Level 4 houses sleeping quarters, where NASA's conservative recommendation of 20 passengers collides with SpaceX's ambitious 100-person capacity. Each crew cabin measures roughly 2 cubic meters, smaller than a Japanese capsule hotel, but featuring essential amenities. Personal ventilation, preventing carbon dioxide pockets from forming around sleeping faces. Noise dampening rated at 40 decibels to muffle the constant mechanical symphony. And programmable LED lighting. The spacecraft encounters 16 sunrises daily while orbiting Earth, but advanced circadian lighting systems maintain artificial day-night cycles, shifting from warm 2700 Kelvin promoting melatonin production to bright 6500 Kelvin stimulating alertness. Level 5 buzzes with communal dining, where freeze-dried foods transform into recognizable meals. The galley stocks over 300 menu items: scrambled eggs requiring hot water injection, thermostabilized beef steak, fresh fruits lasting 2 days post-launch, and international delicacies from Russian borscht to Japanese miso soup. Magnetic trays secure meals, while specialized utensils feature clips preventing them from floating away. Future missions may incorporate hydroponic gardens, not just for fresh vegetables, but for the profound psychological comfort of nurturing living things in an otherwise sterile environment. Small experimental systems could yield cherry tomatoes, lettuce, and herbs, providing both nutrition and mental health benefits as crew members tend green growth against the black void outside. Level 6 serves as Starship's living room, featuring the largest windows ever flown in deep space. These multi-layered transparent aluminum panels withstand micrometeorite impacts while offering breathtaking views of the cosmos. Virtual reality stations line the walls, not mere entertainment, but psychological lifelines. Advanced haptic suits allow crew members to feel ocean spray, forest breezes, or loved ones' embraces, despite the impossible distance. The furniture here showcases engineering brilliance, modular designs that function whether floating in zero gravity or standing on Mars, transforming from acceleration couches during launch to exercise benches during transit to workstations upon landing. Level 7 houses mission-critical workspaces, where crew members conduct experiments, maintain systems, and pursue projects giving meaning to the monotonous months. Research stations feature glove-box chambers for handling samples, 3D printers manufacturing replacement parts from recycled materials, and communication arrays managing the growing delay with Earth. As distance increases, radio signals require up to 24 minutes one way, eliminating real-time conversation. Crew members adapt to asynchronous communication, recording video messages for families and receiving replies hours later. Automated psychotherapy AI systems provide round-the-clock mental health support when Earth-based counselors become unreachable. The crown jewel, Level 8, contains Starship's flight deck, where 6 control stations monitor every aspect of the vessel. Unlike science fiction bridges, most operations run autonomously. Humans intervene only for critical decisions or emergencies. The placement at Starship's peak provides maximum protection during atmospheric entry while offering commanding views through reinforced windows. During the Transmars injection burn, crew members strap into acceleration seats rated for 5 times Earth gravity, though typical loads remain under 3 Gs. But technology alone doesn't conquer space. Psychology does. Antarctic research stations provide our best analogs for Mars missions, revealing disturbing patterns. Even carefully selected teams develop serious conflicts after months of isolation. Violence, depression, and paranoia emerge in groups as small as 12. Starship's 100-person complement creates unprecedented social complexity. Traditional space agencies prefer crews of 6 or fewer, all extensively trained astronauts. SpaceX envisions something radically different, a village in space. Daily routines become survival mechanisms. Greenwich Mean Time governs all activities, maintaining circadian rhythms despite the absence of natural day-night cycles. Mornings begin at 06:00 with personal hygiene using rinseless shampoo and body wipes. No running water exists in space. Breakfast follows Mission Control's detailed timeline planned in 5-minute increments. Work assignments vary, maintaining life support systems, conducting experiments, exercising, preparing meals, cleaning air filters, updating software, practicing emergency procedures. Mandatory exercise consumes 2.5 hours, split between cardiovascular and resistance training. Without gravity's constant loading, bones lose calcium while muscles atrophy despite vigorous workouts. Radiation poses an invisible threat. Earth's magnetosphere shields ISS astronauts, limiting exposure to 72 millisieverts during 6-month missions. Mars travelers face 15 times that dose from galactic cosmic rays and solar particle events. Starship's water tanks provide passive shielding, positioned strategically around sleeping quarters. During solar storms, the entire crew must shelter in the heavily shielded storm cellar on Level 2, waiting hours or days for radiation levels to subside. Long-term effects include increased cancer risk, cataracts, and potential cognitive decline from heavy particle bombardment. Recent advances in propulsion may reduce travel time from the standard 180 days to as little as 45 days, using high-energy trajectories. This requires launching during optimal windows occurring every 26 months when Earth and Mars align favorably. Starship would launch with minimal fuel, then receive 15 tanker flights in low Earth orbit, filling its tanks with 1,200 tons of liquid methane and oxygen. A final burn accelerates the ship to 10.5 kilometers per second, far exceeding traditional home and transfer velocities. The psychological benefits prove immense, halving confinement duration while reducing radiation exposure and bone loss. Medical preparedness determines mission success. The sickbay on Level 3 rivals small hospital emergency rooms. Surgical suites with robotic assistance compensating for tremors in microgravity. Diagnostic imaging using compact MRI technology. Pharmaceutical stocks including antibiotics, painkillers, and psychiatric medications. Dental equipment for everything from fillings to extractions. 4 crew members train as paramedics, 2 as surgical assistants, and 1 doctor leads the medical team. AI diagnostic systems store thousands of procedures, guiding non-specialists through complex treatments when the doctor becomes the patient. Not everyone aboard represents professional astronauts. SpaceX's vision democratizes space travel. Engineers, scientists, artists, and even wealthy tourists sharing the journey. Selection criteria emphasizes psychological resilience over physical perfection. Candidates undergo extensive evaluation, isolation testing in underwater habitats, team dynamics assessment in high-stress scenarios, conflict resolution training, and cultural sensitivity workshops. The ideal passenger combines emotional stability with intellectual flexibility, maintaining individual identity while contributing to group cohesion. As Mars grows from a distant point to a rusty sphere filling the windows, landing preparations intensify. Unlike Earth's thick atmosphere enabling parachute deployment, Mars offers barely 1% of sea level pressure. Starship must rely entirely on its 6 Raptor engines for propulsive landing, burning through tons of propellant while fighting Martian gravity. No abort modes exist during final descent. Either the engines perform flawlessly or the mission ends catastrophically. The ship's heat shield, comprised of thousands of hexagonal tiles, must withstand entry temperatures exceeding 1,500 degrees Celsius while maintaining structural integrity. Upon touchdown, Starship transforms from transport to habitat. The cargo bay opens, deploying rovers and construction equipment. Fuel tanks, now empty, become additional living space after careful venting and pressurization. Solar panels unfold like butterfly wings, supplementing the onboard nuclear reactor. The Sabatier process begins immediately, combining Martian atmospheric CO2 with transported hydrogen to manufacture methane fuel for the return journey. Water extraction systems drill into subsurface ice, beginning the slow accumulation of life's most precious resource. This mission represents humanity's boldest gamble. We're betting that 100 people can maintain sanity during 4 months of confinement, that technology can sustain life across 40 million miles of vacuum, and that human ingenuity can establish a self-sufficient colony on a planet that has defeated every robotic probe we've sent. The stakes couldn't be higher. Not just the lives aboard Starship, but the future of human consciousness itself. Earth won't remain habitable forever. Whether through asteroid impact, nuclear war, climate catastrophe, or the eventual death of our sun, our homeworld will one day become uninhabitable. Starship represents our first genuine attempt at backup, ensuring that human consciousness, creativity, and culture survive beyond any single planet's fate. The journey tests every aspect of human endurance: physical, mental, social, and spiritual. Yet throughout history, humans have proven remarkably adaptable. We've survived ice ages, crossed vast oceans in primitive boats, and established civilizations in Earth's harshest environments. The same curiosity that drove our ancestors from Africa now drives us toward Mars. Inside Starship's steel walls, 100 pioneers will write the next chapter of human evolution. Not through biological change, but through sheer determination to expand our horizons. They'll face challenges we can barely imagine, and solve problems we haven't yet discovered. But when they finally step onto Martian soil, breathing manufactured air and looking back at Earth as merely the brightest star in an alien sky, they'll have proven that humanity's future stretches far beyond the world that birthed us. Life inside Starship won't be comfortable or easy. It will simply be necessary. The price we pay for becoming a multi-planetary species and ensuring that human consciousness lights up the cosmos